The village of Emberfall sat at the bottom of a forgotten valley where the mountains blocked the sun for half the day, and the people worked the black soil for whatever it would give them. It was here on a cold morning with no stars that a child was found on the steps of the village shrine. No note, no blanket, only a strange mark on the back of his hand, a spiral like a coiled ember that glowed faintly when he cried. The villagers were afraid of that mark. The old priest said it was a curse. The children said he was a monster. And so cruelly they gave him the only name they thought he deserved. They called him Demon. Demon grew up sweeping the shrine floors, eating what others left behind, sleeping where the animals slept. He was beaten for things he did not do and blamed for storms he did not bring. And every night he would look at the spiral mark on his hand, watching it glow, and he would ask it the same question. "What am I? Why am I here?" The mark never answered, but it did something else. When Demon was angry, truly deeply angry, the world around him would shift. A cup would crack, a fire would flare. Once, when 3 older boys cornered him behind the mill, the ground itself split open beneath their feet, and they ran screaming that the demon had shown his true face. There was one winter Demon never forgot. The valley's crops had failed, and the villagers, hungry and afraid, needed something to blame. They chose the cursed boy. They drove him out of the shrine into the snow with nothing but the rags on his back. Demon nearly died that winter. He survived by huddling in a hollow tree, eating bark and melted snow, watching the distant lights of the village that had thrown him away. He was 8 years old, and somewhere in that long, freezing dark, a small, hard voice was born inside him, a voice that said, "Expect nothing, and nothing can be taken." It kept him alive. It also nearly cost him his soul. He learned to be alone. He learned that if he expected nothing from anyone, no one could take anything from him. And he might have lived his whole life that way, small, forgotten, angry, if not for a girl named Arya. Arya was the healer's daughter, and she was the first person in Emberfall who looked at demons